Hi. Not now. Somebody, no. Please. Who else? Is anybody around? No, it's a holiday. No, it's not a holiday this weekend. That was last weekend. Oh, there we got some people. Hi, Joshua, Tammy, Christopher, Timothy. Wonderful. Oh, and now they're coming on YouTube and they're rounding the stretch. Let's see. Oh, somebody joined on. The other one there. Well, nice to see you. Lori Pardo, 7. Yay. Oh, Gabe's there. Joseph, boy, count on you, Joe. Great. Harrisburg, you get rain all day. Chip, wow, how you doing, Chip? Been a while. You're still doing the grasshoppers, or what was that? Boy, the strangest thing. It sounded cool. All kinds of silly ways to make money in this country, isn't there? Yeah. Gosh, what was I working on today? Well, actually, research. Yeah, I was doing a lot of data. I got a lot of. I just put it up on YouTube a little while ago. Nowhere else yet. But Chip, I'm doing okay. Yeah, still making the magic posters. Yes, Don, how are you, Mr. Dub. 005. Great. No, it is. I think what's happening now, if you take a look at most income now has not raised. In other words, if the category at labor is non-managerial income, okay, so that's mostly employees, except the bosses, the top guys. Okay, so if you're non-managerial, an employee, living off a wage, a salary, and things, and I don't know what the percentage, it must be 70-80% of the people, are that way. And nice glasses, well, thanks, they're hand painted. I get cheap glasses. Somebody have painted them. They think they're gazillion. And see, since 1970, that was the peak of earning power in this country. I mean, it's really bizarre, but it's true. You look at statistics from the Department Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the Pew Research just came up with a graph with it that I have in that video that shows you it was going up all the way since the war, or probably before the war. Well, not much before the recession, the recession back in the 30s. And income wages were going up all the time. Then about 1972, it stopped. And it has not gone up to that point yet again. And it went going down. And it's almost to that peak of 1972. Can you believe that? I mean, that sounds almost un-American to me, that we have wages. We can't even get back to our high point. And now that's, okay, maybe that's understandable, but it's not understandable to me if you looked at how the country as a whole is growing. Ron in Long Beach, California. Hi, and Melinda. Thank you, Melinda. And if you look at GDP, gross domestic product, there's another GNP, gross national product. All those, if you look that over 30, 40, 50 years, that is going up. There's a couple little bumps, like the recession, 10 years ago, a little bump, but it still keeps going up. So all the money in the country is growing. Okay. Now, but the average worker, most of them, the wages is flat. I mean, household income grew a little bit only because more women are working. So that's in the household. So the average household, there's a lot of ways to count. And there's a lot of ways to mess with the data. So you're talking about wages, or you're talking about household income, you're talking about average or mean, all that kind of stuff. But if you look at the bigger picture, it doesn't matter. So if most of the people, they're getting wages, can't even get back to the high points of 1972, the whole country is growing. So most people are flatlined, okay? It's sort of like in the hospital. My son was just in the hospital for most of a day. We're watching those kinds of things. I'm in the Seal Beach, California, right next door to Long Beach. Oh, cool, Melinda. And so that's what's going on. Now, if you look at what's happening there? Okay, and you have to look at the income in inflation adjusted. So you're making more than you were 30 years ago, but that's not in real terms. You can't buy any more stuff. Inflation. So this is, you have to take out the inflation and do it in current dollars in 1 year, not just whatever year the current dollars hit. So if I was making like 15 grand in 1972, that's like 50 grand today or whatever the heck it is. So you have to keep it in the same dollars. So it looks like my income went up, but it hasn't. If you use the same yardstick. So that's what. Now, if you look at housing, now housing is going crazy, particularly rent. So if you're a renter in this country, and most renters are in that salary position where incomes are steady, but rents are like 50% more. So you're paying, almost twice as much for rent as you were, 20, 30 years ago, and it's still going up. And now, even after the housing bubble going up, rents are very high, and still growing. So more and more of your income, so it's steady, is going to rent. So that means you can't go to movies, you can't go to dinner, you can't buy a new car, you can't go to education, all this kind of thing. What is your advice? Well, that's right. So if you're a renter, you're really going to be careful because those rents are just going up. So to me, there's two things, but it's good for people who own places. So if you own and renting, then, and if you bought this years ago, your mortgage stays the same, right? And so the rents keep going up, so you're making more money. Now, particularly if you're a wage earner, if you're making just a wage where the wages are flat, but you're getting income from something that's going up, see? And then another thing, if you're buying someplace to live in, then at least you stand that to, you don't get hit by the increase in wages and rent, because people charge rent not by cost, but what the market will bear. So that's how most of our country lives. It's not what, if taxes go up or whatever, but if they could get $1 million for a rental, they'll try to get it, right? Not just, I can just make a little profit and whatever it costs me. No, people don't do that. So that's why the rentals are going up. So if you're renting, that's tough nowadays because rents are going up, your income is not going up. So it's just going to squeeze the rest of your life. So to me is, how do you figure out if you can buy a house? Now, what the government does, this is where the government steps in with programs to help people that have trouble buying a house. First of all, you don't start at the bank. You don't start at a real estate agent, at least in mine. I mean, I'm sure they're not all bad or whatever, but they have different motives. I mean, they want to get you in a house so they can make a commission. They want to sell you money and sell it as high as possible, and all these kind of things. So you need to watch money you're spending, whatever. Now, the best place I think to start, anywhere you live in this country and you're looking to buy a home, even rebuy a home or it are the nonprofit organizations. Now, they get grants from the government to help you buy a home. Okay, we have been trying to make a resume PDF go to a job possibility. It's an Indeed site. The link is from Messenger. Not sure. So I'm not sure what your problem is right now. If you have trouble making a PDF or whatever. But let me change the battery. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, change the battery. So that's the place to start, because if you start going on the internet, you're going to get all the salesmen. They're going to people that are finding you, and because they're looking for you, they're going to make a lot of money out of you. So they spend a lot of money on the internet trying to find you. You don't want to do that. I'm using a student loan refund for a down payment on a house. a bad idea? Oh, no, you have. But make sure you know the alternative. Maybe you don't have to do that. Before you do that nuclear, make sure you know the other programs that are out there. Everybody has programs, no matter where you have, for down payment money, closing cost money, and everything. So you have to figure out if you're eligible for them. How do you figure it out? No. You got a bunch of places to go to. You got to go to your county government. That's the first place to start. And when you go to the county government, you're looking for community development. So you contact your county government and look for community government development. Your city also has that. Look for community development. Then local nonprofits, they're a little harder to find. There's not one place to find it. But if you go to HUD.gov, HUD.gov, and you put in counseling, then you'll see a listing in your state of not all the nonprofits, but a lot of nonprofits you could start with. And you could start more than one or two. I mean, what we have, because we're so hurried in life and want to, get things done quickly, so we get on with our life and stuff like that. And what we do is just find the first pretty face and we buy it, and then we're on our way. We think we got everything. Abel, well, that's nice of you to say. What are the names of the nonprofit organizations? They're different everywhere. That's why to start to get a list is HUD.gov. Go to HUD.gov, and then in the search, when they have a keyword search, you put in there is counseling, and that way you'll get a listing of nonprofits in your state. Okay, so that's a place to start. Again, you don't get them all. You have to keep looking, but make sure you only want to start with websites that are .org or .gov. You don't want to go to anything else until you know everything first. Then you can go to the other place. How are you? Or is it Anna? You say Anna, I say Anna. Anna. Let's call the whole thing off. Yeah. And that's where to start. So then you have to go to your state. Now, the state's pretty easy to find. There are every state, write down these words. It's a housing finance agency. So if you live in Delaware, you're looking for Delaware Housing Finance Agency. Sometimes they're a .com, but mostly it's going to be .org or .gov. And you'll be directed to that if you want to know that they're government subsidized. If they're not government subsidized, that means they're making everything from you. So you want to know, I mean, if you want the deals that are available in this country, you ought to go to those that can afford to give you a deal. And so for-profit organization, they can't, because they want to make more money all the time, because they have investors, they have all these people that they have to please. A government or nonprofit is more interested in the community and helping you grow, not them grow. Oh, they probably still have a selfish motive too, but it's different, and that's why it's important. Oh, that's why yours is a .com. Oh, that's why because I'm trying to make money at this, because I got to feed myself. Nobody else can feed me but me, right? So that's our responsibility in life to do that. But you don't have to do it to be the most greedy son of a bitch in the world. And that's what I did. Another thing that will be up soon on, like Wells Fargo, man, they have a new commercial out that says, we're just like the Stagecoach days, and we're helping people save money. And, some bank robbers, they show how they saved the money and gave the bank robbers a box of rocks or something like that. And then they say how they're saving you money and protecting your money. But what they don't say is they've been fined billions of dollars because they've been stealing money from you. Opening up accounts in your name you didn't ask for, charging you insurance that you have known nothing about. And really the government's after them and has fined them billions of dollars. So these are the people now bragging, that they're protecting your money from bad people who are maybe logging into your account things. And we got the fox, guarding the hen house here. So it's a funny, I think they have that commercial out because they've been in the news so much, because all this bad stuff, they're trying to go back to what they really all are about. But why don't you at least admit that you screwed up and you won't do it again? And they just ignore it. Thanks for the advice. I heard of a USDA mortgage and a NACA nonprofit mortgage opportunities. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, USDA, you could start there. If you're in a small, USDA is only in small towns, okay? And call them directly. So if you search on the internet, you're going to get people in the middle who make commissions off of all this, and they're going to steer you more to things that they can make more commissions off. And what you could do is find it better by doing yourself. Now that's what I do. If you go to the free.lesco.com and then /real estate, so that's free.lesco.com/real estate, and then .com/real estate, all in small letters. I do a report for like $60, I think, that I find every program where you live. So if you don't want to search for this, because another place you have to find, and I just found out about it recently, is an interesting bank. It's a quasi-government bank. Federal Home Loan Bank Board. I never even heard of them, and I kept running into them. And strangely, they have a whole bunch of consumer programs, but they're regional banks. You got to go to the region. Sort of like the region bank will be in Ohio for 7 states around Ohio, and you got to find out those programs. Then you have to find out, okay, who in your area is using those programs that you could apply for. You can't find them by yourself going in your area. You have to go to the horse's mouth, find them. Same way with federal programs. I mean, there's programs there even for houses for $1. And HUD even has a list there for houses for $1. But I think that there's also very cheap and free classes you could take. These nonprofit organizations will give cheap and free classes. This sounds your voice out very well, listenable. Thanks. Oh, John, thanks. Yeah, I have a new video or a camera on here with a microphone, and that's why it's better. Sounds very well. Do you mentor privately? Yes. Lesco.com/talk, and I'm very successful at this. I'm really surprised. I just started doing it about a year ago. www.lesco.com/talk. And that's where I do one-on-one. It's usually about 20 minutes and it's $2 a minute. And I could get you going on anything. And you could read 100 reviews. Just great review. I think there's one bad one. I don't know. I forget the guy, what happened. Federal Savings Bank. Maybe. That's a maybe. But that's only one place, And that's why there's just too much to do. Like now in Maryland, we have a program. If you have student debt, then they give you a loan for a house. So you have to have the student debt to get the house. They are just so bizarre all over. I mean, I did about 4 or 5 reports in the last 2 days for housing, and it just shocks me all the time. What they have, and it's the local stuff is the better. So what is awesome mentoring? That is awesome. Cal Truck Stop Theater. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah. And I'm really good at helping people think through an idea, find alternative sources. Everybody could use $1 million for their idea, but your probability of getting that is sort of 0 to none. Or maybe 5% to none. So you really have to think through the other ways. And that's what I'm good at, is finding you other ways to do things without getting all the money you think you need. You think you need the money because you don't know options. So you say, hey, money will solve every problem. Well, yes, but everybody doesn't have to have money. So you have to think of other ways to solve the problem. It'd be nice if you had all the money and solve all the problems. But that's going to be very difficult. So you'll wind up doing nothing. Because you'll go around in circles finding money. And what you have to do, to my mind, is that, okay, look at the general places or whatever. And that's what I'm trying to do with my research, like for business. I mean, I give you I do custom research for business, nonprofit, anything you want to start, and for where you live. I charge about $70, $80 for that. And you'll get a 500-page report of every piece of money and help available for you to start or grow any kind of business or nonprofit you want where you live, okay? And so that's the thing. That's the mother lode. And now you go through that, and then you think about, okay, how else can I get this done? Because there's so many other ways. I mean, it's crowdfunding. It is, working with a nonprofit, even though you aren't a nonprofit, to get this done. There's so many other ways of doing all this stuff that people don't realize. Need good equity through Not For Everyone. Need good equity, though, not for everyone. Yes. Dwight and Kathy Bird. Is that your name, John? I don't understand. Are they equity investors you're talking about? I'm not sure what that is. Who are you talking to? Karen, you, I will. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on here. And what I'm doing also is to do this more privately is something called Let's Go Talk. Now that's where I have a closed Let's Go Talk. So it's www.free.letsgo.com and then Let's Go Talk. If you go there, I'm going to do this just with a closed group. This is an open group and we get hundreds and hundreds of people. So really for paying members. So this is like $20 a month. And on the group, it's a Facebook group that's closed. You have to be a member, but there, more than the private videos and instructions, is individual help. You could ask me 100 questions a day, and I'll be answering them there. Just started. We got about 50 members or so. So if you want to get in on the early bird, if this goes up, and then we're going to do, Zoom. We're going to do special things on Zoom, and also going to make available some Udemy courses. I got about a dozen Udemy courses that members will be able to take advantage of for free. So all those will be there, and that's at www.free.letsgo.com/letsgohelp. And that's what I really plan to do for the next 20 years of my life. And I think it'll be time to go wherever I go. It's just to help people. I know so much of this stuff. I still study it every day, finding new things and things to do. I find a neat thing now that if you're cooking dinner, and you just make a couple extra meals from the dinner that night, you could sell them right out of your house. People are doing that now with an app. There's just so many new ways to do this. I was reading the New York Times today, teachers. I mean, we pay teachers peanuts compared to every other country. Need help with crowdfunding to replace my heat pump. Well, you may not need the crowdfunding, Kay, because there's lots of places. I have a free download. If you go to free.letsgo.com and then put home repair. I'm not sure if repair or repairs. I forget. I don't have it on this list. And I have a free report there that shows you how to find all the fix-up money where you live. See, this is another thing I'm going to do in the videos is show you and explain how to use Google, how to find things that you really need, that you don't have to pay for. We're paying too much for stuff that we don't have to. And if I could start training people, how to search the internet for, not pay for things that you need in life, not to be paying all the time, and teach you how to research that, because this is what I've been doing my life for 40 or 50 years now. So it's important. Reverend Mortz, John Poston, I'm not sure what you mean, Dwight and Kathy Bird. Is there anything I should know there? Because I'm not really sure. But Kay, on that heat pump, before, don't buy anything. Don't even go do crowdfunding yet. That may be a possibility. Hoping to find a resource to fund dental emergency for my nurse. For my nurse? You're a nurse? Or okay. Here's the place. And by the way, if you go to letsgo.com/onestop, I have all that stuff there about repairs, about dental, and everything. So that is the one mother lode product that I have. So I think every family should have, but don't believe me, I'm biased, okay? Hoping to find a resource to fund dental emergency. Yes, Melinda, it just takes work, that's all. Here are the places to start. Your county, your county health department, okay? Your county health department. Here's another place that's right. So and whatever they say, and they say you can't get it, you cannot believe them, because if you believe them and don't do anything, then of course you won't get it. The good stuff comes by you believing and them disbelieving. Okay, so you start there. The next thing you do is go to your state dental society. So you live in Michigan, so you Google Michigan Dental Society, okay? And make sure that's a .org, okay? Now, don't go to .com, because that's somebody trying to sell you dental work. So you go there and then look, they'll have a consumer section on there for consumers. And a lot of those societies have a listing of free and low-cost dental clinics, that are getting grants to treat your people like your nurse friend for free. Okay, so that's 2 places now. The third place you want to do is find dental universities where they study dentistry at the universities in the state. So even if you have to drive 100 miles, I know if it's complicated dental work, this is going to be a $5,000 bill. So you drive 100 miles, who the hell cares, right? And so you want to find out where they are, and they all have clinics, and it may not be free, but it's going to be a fraction of what it costs there. Now, the other thing is there are dentists that volunteer for free, and there's a national organization that does that. But if you go to your dental society, for your state, it should be on that website. I forget the name of the website. There's another website that has everyone for every state where to find it. But your dental society, tell them you're looking for a volunteer dentist who does things for free. See, if you don't ask, you don't get anything. If you go on Google, you'll get so much stuff of people selling you something, you'll give up. Thank you, found a university, but it's still going to be $3,000 more than they have. Okay, well, they'll probably be a nicer place to owe money to is the dental. Okay, but keep looking for it for free, Melinda. Okay, like those volunteer dentists. Okay, now the other thing is there's a, needymeds. I think it's .org, but maybe it's .com, but it's very good. Needymeds, NEEDYMEDS.org, or maybe it's .com, I'm sorry. And if you go there, you could find the free and low cost dental clinics there, okay? And, just be prepared. I mean, if you found the dental university, that's good. So that's a start. You know how to do this somewhat. So it takes a bunch of phone calls and a bunch of banging on doors and all that kind of stuff. So that's exactly the way to do it. Is that Good Christians, Grace, South Carolina. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, John. You're giving me a lot of stuff. I'm not sure. You mean Dwight and Kathy Bird are Good Christians in Grace, South Carolina? Maybe that's what you mean. Okay. Miss L, you are such a great resource. Well, I got ex-wives that say something else, I'm sure. But no, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy helping. That's why I have now what I'm trying to do. Apprentice your mission. So appreciate. Oh, thank you, Miss L. I'm doing the Let's Go Help. That's how I think the best thing is, because I could give you could, like all these questions here that I've answered today, on Let's Go Help, what I'll do is you go on to the closed YouTube group, Facebook group, and put that question in, and I give you the link, because it's easier for me to give you a link or tell you exactly how to find it, because I'll spend, a couple minutes, whatever it takes to do that. Now, when I have all these cameras going, it's a little hard to do all that. And so that's what I feel is the best. And it's sort of a little better, I think, than having, a big report, so that's why I don't want to charge you, $50 to $100 for a big report when you just need one link. So that's why I figure, okay, $20 a month, I'll be there whenever you want. Okay. And keep asking questions. Then we'll have these separate videos and a lot of separate training, just for you guys. I would like to start a laundromat in my area. Yes, Actually, you know what to do? Is why don't you start a pickup laundromat? So you don't need a laundromat. You want to see how you can do it by pickup. In cities anyway, this is good. So you pick up people's laundry, take it to a laundromat, clean and fold or whatever, and bring it back to them. That's a hell of a service, I think. And maybe that's a way. See, it costs no money to start that. And what you're finding out is more about how people buy or want laundromat services. So to me, that's more interesting way to start something, because you're learning right away. It's Storm. I'm finishing up my grant tomorrow. Oh, Becky. Oh, Storm. Yeah. Well, you should get that in. Good for you. And it's important to do it. Like Storm. I mean, she found a grant. That looks like it looks pretty good for her. Try it. She's helping people out in the Chicago area. Is there anything I can look for to stay a WIC store? Cali truck to start a WIC store. That's what Storm is doing, I think. Yeah. Well, any kind of store. I mean, to me, there's 100 ways to do it. Depends on where you live. To me, again, is trying to be creative on how you don't need a lot of money to do it. There's other ways to start a store, than having a store. You could have a WIC store, maybe. I mean, I don't know. There's regulations if it's WIC and all. I don't understand any of that. But go and find out from the people who let you start WIC stores. That's what you do. You don't believe anybody else except the people that give you the money. So the people who say you're a WIC store, they're the only people you should talk to about how to do this. When you know all of that, then you should figure out other things. A neighborhood matching fund. Oh, Becky, that's what it's called. Great. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So I mean that's a special. So it'll be called where Becky is in, or Storm is in Chicago area somewhere, I think, and wherever you are, it'll be called something else. See, that's the problem. But now you know something like that is available. So that means, see, to me at least, now you could bang harder. Hey, I know something like that is here somewhere. Someone's got to go out with me, even if I do have a big nose. Yeah. And so you see, they went out with somebody else with a big nose. See, that's what's so neat, I think, from learning from other people and doing that. Kelly said, oh, I see. Yeah, Kelly said, yeah, I think that's a WIC store also that Storm is doing. Holla, we're so happy to be here. Can't wait to learn. Great, Katie. Good seeing you again. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, it's God. I think the key, the title of this session, that I have is, there's no guarantees. I think that's a problem people have, and when people are selling something, we want to make it make you believe it works, and it does, but not for everybody all the time. And that's the thing in life, and that's why you have to be careful. Good seeing you. Well, thank you. And so that's why never, don't go by guarantees. Forget about guarantees. Everything's a maybe in life. It may be work, it may be for you. And everybody guarantees, and that's just stupid. It's sort of like, how many promises do elected officials make? They guarantee this, guarantee hardly anything happens, or they pretend a little bit or something like that. So it doesn't. And it's going to take so much effort from you to make it happen. That's the key. The only guarantee is how much effort that you're going to put into this. Like Storm, man. That's why I appreciate her thing. She's bouncing around, just trying. You just got to keep bouncing back, no matter what the hell happens. If you don't do that, you're just going to get a chance to get anything, because you have to learn that your initial idea is probably wrong. And that's what happens in most things in life, that the idea you have until you actually get in there and do it is going to be wrong. But it may be part of it is right. So you have to get in there and figure out what part, or how to explore it, or how to make it bigger. Nothing happens without effort, right? Montana Red Sky. We're still trying to find funding for our nonprofit. It's very hard. Yeah, love you and all you've done for people. Well, thank you. Now the nonprofit stuff, like now, if you were a member of Let's Go Help, I have a free report I'll send you. You can pay $20 if you want yourself, but that's the kind of thing on the 10 best places for nonprofits to get money. And that's available. So that's the kind of stuff that, so you ask me a question like that and you're a member, then you get a copy of that, just for free, and it's right there, and don't have to do any other nonsense, to start dialing away for dollars. It's right there. There's so many ways, nowadays to do things. And it's just get dirty, get out of your computer even. Go on meetup.org. Meetup.com is now, somebody bought them. Meetup.com, and you're a nonprofit. Find a meetup for nonprofits and learn what other people are going. Yes, you're so true. You have to do the work. Thank you for mentoring me. Oh, thank you, Becky. We recommend your services to everyone. Well, thank you, Becky. But something like that. I mean, the people that charge you a lot of money, they are so good at getting your money, you don't stand a chance. You want to learn for free from people who are already doing it. So you want to invest in real estate? We talk about real estate. I think I'll give you the list of all the programs. So, make sure you have the complete list. And now if you want to be an investor, then the best thing really to do is start with a meetup group that's free. You don't want to join Trump University. It's going to charge you $30,000, or somebody else charge you $500 or $5,000 or whatever. No, I mean, who's to say how good that is? What people sell you is convenience, just like the for-profit universities, that are so bad. And there's a new report out. I think I talked about this last week when I was on the air. That this report that just shows how badly they are. I mean, the agency, the government is supposed to show you now how much more income you have in order to pay the loan you're going to get to go to these for-profit universities. And of all there's 800 bad programs now that people can't pay their loans that they got to go to these things. And 98% of them are for-profit universities. And that's why you just stay away. You get the training you need or whatever. See what's at your local community college. How do you find that out? You just show up at the door, man, because you go online, you may get some stuff, but you have to talk to the horse's mouth to see what it is. And sometimes it's hard to get them on the phone or whatever. And the best thing, they have to do something with you if you show up live. Help for a budding artist. It's about what kind of art you have. There's 100 ways to do it. Art. My son who's an artist. He uses Patreon. That's a crowdfunding site for artists. Every state has grants for artists. Cities have grants for artists. But again, your art can be sellable, or make it sellable for something. And that's a way to be clever, to be income generation. Because if you're generating income, that's sustainable. To me, grants are really not the best thing to get because they're not sustainable. You get one and that's over. You don't want to work for a month or 6 months or a year. No, you want this to be a career. That's why you want to get something that's sustainable. So whether you're art or anything else you want to do, how could that be sustainable and generate income over and over and over again? And that's available to do. Whatever. Again, remember, for those that free.letsgo.com/Let's member is the 37 free videos I have. And those 37 free videos are all the topics that I cover in my One Stop. So you State One Stop, if you bought that, these are videos to explain everything in that State One Stop for you to understand what's there. It takes patience to do this stuff. It takes, perseverance. And that's why I think if you, by the way, okay, so that's free.letsgo.com/Let's member. and just put in your email address and you can watch all those videos. Yes, so true. You have to do the work. Yeah, help for a budding artist. Yes, okay. And actually, for an artist, go to that Let's Go member. Okay, and you'll see programs because also about living expenses. So you can do your art. You really don't need money for that. You need money to live on, right, and to pay your bills. And just like this nurse who needs $3,000 for dental work, things like that. So where to get all those kinds of things. And it may not work all the time, but you have to try. Why not try? That's the important thing in life, that you're trying. And that's why another thing, because life is difficult, you want to stay to things that you think that are important or you enjoy doing. Because the more you have fun at something, the more you'll try harder. If you're not having fun, man, you're going to be out of there. The first bad day, the first bump in the road, you're gone, right? Well, everything's going to have a bump in the road. Everything's going to have a bad day. So you can't, that's why I think that's the fallacy of choosing what to do in life, choosing things that are going to make you a lot of money. No, no, don't do that. Because you're not going to hang in there long enough till you figure out how to do it. You have a better chance, and none of it's guaranteed anyway. You have a better chance of finding something that you want to do, that you believe in, or you think is important, or you enjoy doing, so that you hang in there long enough to figure it out. Look at all the idiots we've all worked for in our lives. They're not mental geniuses or anything, just hung in there long enough to figure it out, or married the boss's daughter, or whatever the hell they did, right? And so that's why if you hang in there long enough, I think is the key to anything. And even if you don't make that big success, you're having fun anyway, because this way you're enjoying what you're doing, even though maybe you're not a gazillionaire yet, but you're having fun in the process. And then if you're having fun then, you're already winning. You don't have to be miserable for 10 years to maybe get something and probably never get it anyway. So why not be happy and never get it? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, at least in my stupid brain. Yeah. So any other questions? I guess what is today? Sunday. That's right. Yeah. I got to get up early. Montana Reds guy, I'm going to go to your website and buy some time to talk with you. I'm wanting to do that, but every time I get wrapped up in something else. Well, thank you, Reds guy. Yeah, just choose 3 times. letsgo.com/talk. letsgo.com/TALK, and put 3 times that you want to try, and then I choose one, or I say, oh no, I'm somewhere that day, and I'll give you 3 other times. I usually get 90% of the time, one of those 3 times you choose will be good. And people just put like 1 o'clock, 1:30, or 2 o'clock, or something like that, and we get on with life. Need to work closer to home. Good, just work at home. That's the closest you can get. Well, actually, see, there's a lot of money at local municipalities to get people to work close, to live close to their work. And that means there's extra grant money to pay for down payments and things like that. But it's different in every city. It's different places, different sources. You just never know. That's what, I'll create one report for any city that you're in and show you all the programs for housing. And there'll be 100 or so. I mean, these things now are getting up to 200 pages. When I started, they're about 80 pages. That's why you learn. You learn by doing, not by sitting in class. Great stuff, man. Thank you, Greg. You can't learn how to swim by going to a class. You got to get your ass in the water. Yeah. Are your links posted on your video? Not these, no. So you want to take a screenshot of these? Click. I don't hear any clicks. What happened? Nobody clicking? click. Everybody clicked on the video. Okay, guys. Yeah. That's the clickers. Okay. But stay tuned. So you want to, I think the best thing now, I believe that the Let's Go help with the closed Facebook group, I could help the most, the easiest, and get you, turned around, because you've got to get through things to get to the next thing. So this is a place where, hey, where do I find the information on this? You got it, within 24 hours or 48 hours, whatever, if I'm too busy, you know. And then you're on the way. So instead of doing a report, you get in 12 days. See, I think this is the way to go. And then when you get that, okay, that worked, it didn't work, and that makes you think of something else. Well, hey, let's go. Then where did I get this? Oh, okay. Say that. Otherwise, you're going to go round in those Google circles forever and ever and ever, right? Because Google's going to get you. Go watch out. Google's going to get you. Google's going to get you. Somebody had to write a song like that. Oh, Redbird, how are you? Glad to see you're still coming up with new ways to reach out to everyone. Yes, you're a blessing to many people. Well, thank you. That's important from him. He's a cool guy over at Google, even though I beat up Google on him. But it's really that people have to understand what's good. The cars are good, but if you're running in the trees all the time, then that's bad. It's like anything in technology or anything in life. There's good. You have to learn how to use it. Okay, in our capitalist society, people are just using it for money, and there's other things to do too. I agree wholeheartedly. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, I think I remember seeing how much help in Arizona. Yes, every state. Maybe there's a little more or less, but there's always every bloody state. And that's why my state, if you go to letsgo.com/one-stop, you will see, or actually a better way to see that is go to free.letsgo.com, Let's Go member. They will, I have 37 videos there that show you how to find those kinds of help for all the states. So like we talked about dental. Well, you go there, it'll show you the dental one. It gives you an overview of what's in your state. Every state has it, just in varying degrees. Or getting a job, or buying a house, or burial expenses. I'm doing that research. A lot of free ways to get that done for free. So why are we paying for so much stuff when we can get it for free? Yeah, check out his site on Facebook. Yes, and the Facebook thing, the new one that's a paid site. I have a couple of free ones. One is Free Money News, or just Facebook.com, Matthew Lesko, and they're not the paid ones. There's a lot of stuff there, but the Lesko Talk, which is a group, is a paid one that I really want to. I think that's the best way for me to get this stuff to you guys. America is really socialist now with capitalism for the wealthy, right? Lesko, you promote more socialism. Me thinks. Yeah, I don't know what you call it. I'm just trying to get answers to people. You can call it ice cream. I don't care. Yeah, that's what. Thank you, Miss. I will. Yeah, that's what. No, ideology to me is stupid. I'm looking to solve problems. That's what we all should be looking at. If you believe in a certain ideology, you're thinking you already know the answers. Let's discuss the problem first. And what I do, I'm just saying. So if you call it socialism, what's available? Okay, if you have a problem, I can't. I'm not going to tell you to go to. Somebody's going to charge you $500 to solve the problem. That's going to help you. So you have a problem you got to get solved, and you don't have money, right? So whatever you call that answer, here are the options. I don't know. There's a lot of things now on the internet you could solve that way. That is not government, maybe because a lot of these are government, nonprofit organizations. Maybe that's social. That's a moot point to me. I don't care. if Amazon solved the problem, fine, go there. I'd tell you about that if they have it, but they're not. Look at all the problems. I don't know any corporation solving any of these problems. How can I get my teeth done for free? Well, no. I don't know. So, okay, guys. Thank you again for putting up with me. Let me know. Keep on trucking. I think the best thing, at least now, unless you join the Let's Go Help, is the YouTube, because I think they notify you all the time I put a new video, and I put new videos up there more than anything. I love your way of thinking. Thank you. You have a great night. Yep, me too. Okay, Montana, talk to you soon. Anybody else over there? Let's Go Talk. Cool jacket, yes. Yeah, and this, if you don't know my work or whatever like this, this is the place to start. It's all free. I got 37 videos that you could really get a lot of help from. Let's go, free.letsgo.com/let's go member. Don't remember. I mean, do remember. Let's go member. And the Let's Go help is my new service that I think is the best way to get stuff to you. And individually and stuff. Other camera, Greg, yes, Williamson. Greg Williamson, Washington. Ah, yeah, I got lots of cameras here. Okay, guys. I mean, I used to hire a camera crew for thousands of dollars or whatever. Now I just, used iPhone and for $100. I mean, I'm in business. See, that's why. Where are you located? Washington, D.C. Outside. Everett Myers, surely do not make much on SSDI. Yeah, so that's why all these other things you can. Yeah, start learning all this other stuff and don't get pissed when it doesn't work. A lot of things won't work. And as you get older, you realize that more and more. The important thing is that you're trying, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much.